Yo, what's up, guys? Mike here, owner of Mac Financial Group, and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while, but I'll explain a bit. So, when I stopped posting, I guess back in August, I had a decision to make. I was starting my CPA exam, and to be quite honest, the filming and editing process to do the YouTube video was taking me a long time. I'm an accountant, I'm not a filmmaker, I'm not anything of those regards. I didn't know anything about it, and it was just taking me so long to do. And with work and the channel and the CPA exam, I had a decision to make, and I decided to stop filming. And like I said, I had 8 subscribers. The videos were getting like 20 views, and it just seemed to be the right decision at the time. But now, in the last 3 or 4 months, some of the videos got over 1 and even 2,000 views on some videos, and I think the subscriber count's up to 153 now. Now I know they're not big numbers for most people, but it was enough for me and to know it wasn't a waste of time anymore. And it made me want to figure out how to up the production quality, how to streamline the process so I can get these videos out quicker so it doesn't take me a long time, and really learn how to do it. So I just want to say thank you to you guys. I really am looking forward to growing the channel. I will say that I'm not going to probably post weekly or really on any regular schedule. I'm going to post as often as I can. The CPA exam is still going to be my #1 priority. However, I promise I'm going to keep posting, and if you guys comment down below any video ideas you have or something you want me to go over, please put it down there and I will make a video on it. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, and since I'm not going to be on a regular schedule, make sure you hit the alert bell as well so you can get notified whenever I do make a new video. And oh yeah, I have to ask you to also hit the like button because I heard that helps as well too. So really, I just want to say thank you to you guys. All right, enough rambling. We are going to actually make a video today. We're going to go over how to do a bank reconciliation in QuickBooks Online. So let's get started. Alright, so before we dive into the screen, let's talk about what a bank reconciliation is, why we do it, and how frequently we do it. So a bank reconciliation is simply a check between your bank statement or your bank account and your GL or your general ledger, which is QuickBooks Online for those of us watching. So we're just going to take those two things side by side, check it off line by line to make sure that everything ticks and ties properly. Now, why do we do it? There's a couple reasons why we do it. So one of the main reasons is to make sure that we don't have any recording errors, and we're making sure we're capturing all of your expenses and income properly. And then at the end of it, you're going to make sure that your cash balance in your books, when you're looking in QuickBooks and you're looking at your reports, your cash balance is accurate. You're going to make sure that you feel comfortable with that amount of money that you're sitting in on cash. Other than that, there could be some reasons why there's some discrepancies between your book balance and your bank balance. Book balance being QuickBooks, bank balance being your bank. And that main reason, one of the most common legitimate reasons, is maybe you wrote a check for in the month of March and you're doing a March bank reconciliation and it's in your QuickBooks as being paid out, so you're going to have a lower book balance, but your bank, maybe it didn't clear yet on your bank side, or it didn't clear until April. So when you do your March reconciliation, you're going to have a difference there, but you'll just put that as a reconciling item and wait for it to happen for the next month. And as for frequency, most people do it once a month when they get their bank statement because they have an actual ending bank balance, but some people like to do it more than monthly so that they can just keep a better pulse on the cash they have on hand, for maybe they're a very cash intensive business and they need to be sure that they're keeping up with it. So a lot of people are moving more into real-time accounting, so maybe they're looking at having a soft close daily or weekly. That's a reason why you'd want to do one more frequently than just the month-end close. So let's dive into the screen and I'll show you how to do it in QuickBooks. Alright guys, so there's a couple different ways to get to the reconciling section. So you can get there by the top gear icon and go to reconcile, or you can go over here for the accounting section and click reconcile. Either way works out to get you to the same screen. So now this screen is going to allow you to select what account you want to reconcile. So you're going to reconcile any bank account or credit card account that you have. So I'm going to select the checking account here using as an example. As you can see, my beginning balance is 0. It's always going to give you the beginning balance. I have not done a previous reconciliation in here, so I have a 0 balance. And you're going to want to go to your bank, get the statement, and grab the ending balance and the ending date on that and type it in here. So I have an ending balance of $755 with an ending date of March 31st. I say I started this bank account in March of 2021. So then you're just simply going to hit start reconciling. So now what you'll see here is you have a list of all your transactions that happened that month. You have your statement ending balance, you have your beginning balance, and then you're going to now check off down here each item, and you'll start seeing these go up. So here's your difference, and this is we want to get this down to 0. So a quick way to do it is just by selecting that box right there where it's saying select all the transactions that are available. So if I hit select yes, that'll do it. Now if you don't want to do it that way and you want to be a little more precise with everything, you can have your statement next to you and go line by line to say, okay, yep, I see that 2,000 on my statement, I see my 2,000 in the ledger, I see 1,300 spent on my statement, I see 1,300 here. And you just go down the line and make sure you're checking everything. And once you check all of the items that are on your bank statement into here, you should see up here that you did it, the difference is 0, and your account is reconciled. So you can hit finish now, hit done, or you can go straight to viewing your reconciliation report. I usually hit done, and now it brings you back to this screen. So now you can see last statement ending date is 3/31/21 with a beginning balance of $755 to whenever your next start is. So real quick, I'm going to go into history by account. You'll see that there is a report here. So here's the statement ending, when it was reconciled, ending balance, and you can get into a summary of the reconciliation up top here and the detail of what the expenses are, what you received, and all of that. So this is a good report to have as support. Some people print this out and staple it to the statement. I usually print this to PDF and save it in the same folder as that I saved the statement to have as support. Since I run all paperless, but if you run for paper, you can just print it, staple it, and leave it in your filing cabinet. So if I go back to the reconciling screen, I just want to point out too, right? If I put in the next ending balance, so you're only going to have to do this once a month, but for your purposes, I'm going to do another month's reconciliation. So I'm going to say as of 4/30 my ending balance is 2,085, and I'm going to start reconciling. What QuickBooks does sometimes is it selects everything to get down to a 0, and that saves a lot of time as long as everything ties. I would just make sure that your statements still tie to these numbers here of total payments, total deposits, and make sure you're go through this list and just scroll through it and make sure you're not missing anything, or there's something that's not checked off to get you to that 0. Sometimes it just does what it wants to. It only checks off to get to 0, and there might be a transaction in the GL that's not on your bank statement that's not checked off, and you want to know why. So just make sure you're reviewing everything if it's already going to check everything off for you. So I'll hit finish now. And what else this does is it doesn't show the other side of the account. So this process happens after you reconcile, after you've already categorized everything and done everything. That doesn't mean Just because you're reconciling to zero and saying that this transaction hit your bank and this transaction hit your statement and it's in your GL doesn't mean you categorized everything properly. So I would make sure you still check with your accountant and bookkeeper and provide them with the details to make sure you're categorizing everything properly. It could save a lot of headache at the end of the year. All right, guys, that's it. That's how you perform a bank reconciliation in QuickBooks Online. Thank you again for all the support, and make sure you hit the subscribe, like, alert bell, all that stuff, and check the links down below. Like always, we have 2 free stocks from Webull. If you sign up using that link, you can get 2 free stocks and start your stock portfolio out today risk-free, one of them being worth over $1,000. So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.